Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain different matrices that are used by researchers or research community to find out the significance of the research work. So, regarding NRF ranking, also these matrices are very important. But coming to NAC, where NAC focuses majorly whether the journals are indexed in Scopus or Web of Science, whereas it comes to NRF ranking, their focus is not about whether the journal in which faculty have published papers are indexed in Scopus or Web of Science. Let us see what the parameters which are across the world that are being used to find out the significance of the research work which has published by the researchers, by any researcher. For example, first parameter is a H index. Coming to this H index, this is very well known to everyone. There are so many matrices we could see apart from this H index. Coming to H index, in H index, where number of citations that each paper has got uh, is a is the prime is that is important to calculate the H index of any author. So, for example, if one researcher has published 10 publications, if out of these 10 publications, only two publications have, suppose, two citations, so the H index will become 2 for him. Though he has published 10 research papers, still he's it still the H index for him is 2 only because only two papers have got the citations out of the 10 papers. So suppose if has a 10 papers, and if all 10 papers have got each has got one citation, so in such case also that no his citation index, see, suppose he has published 10, and if each one has gets one, then it becomes the his citation index, that means H index becomes the 10 for him. So that's why, see, whenever we publish research paper, we should have idea that no, or we should keep in our mind that the research which we publish should be continued by somebody else again to say that our research has a significance in the particular area. So coming to the G index, which is more and is more advanced than the H index, and getting a good number for G index is very difficult for anybody. For example, if a person has published 10 publications, so in these 10 publications, so they here the calculation comes. What follows like this. For example, the first paper should get the two citations, and second paper should get the four, and should get the third should get the nine, and fourth one should get the 16, and fifth research publication should get the 25. So so like this, that each paper, the citations from each for each paper, the citations should increase. If suppose the third paper doesn't have much citations, and from again fourth paper he has a good number of citations, though he has a good citations for fourth paper, still the third paper doesn't have any significance, so his G index becomes the 2 only. So that is why, see, the researchers, they should focus that no. So with the so when the number of research publication increases, so the latest publication should get the more citations than the previous publications. So they should ensure that. So coming to the next one is I10 index and M index, eigenscore, journal impact factor, and altimetrices. So in this I10 index, this is how many publications of author have got the 10 citations. Suppose if a author has a 10, if author has 50 publications, out of 50 only two have the 10 citations, so his I-10 index becomes 2 only, though he has published 50 papers. Then M index, so where M index is calculated by dividing the total citations by the number of years he has taken to publish all the papers. So that is how the M index is calculated. Next, eigenfactor score. So this eigenfactor score is uh, for actually this is for the journals, not for the author. We can calculate the eigenfactor. So eigenfactor and general impact factor. These are not for the individuals. It is for completely the journal. So eigenfactor there, uh, their number of citations, not just number of citations are important, also the impact factor of the impact factor of the journals where the research work of the author is cited, also taken for measuring the eigenfactor score of the that particular person, also the journal. So journal impact factor where the number of citations of that particular journal in the previous 2 years is divided by the number of articles that are published in the previous 2 years. This is how the journal impact factor is calculated. And this is the latest one, alt matrices. So these alt metrics are all matrices. So these are basically citations are no yes, citations that are that comes from the social media. So this is completely when we upload some research work on social media, like platforms like X, so where how many persons have cited from the social media our work also is important to measure the significance of the research work. So this is a brief information about the different matrices which are used in the field of research to measure the significance of the research work or the contribution of the author. Thank you so much.